This is Bart Sharp with Greater Consciousness Through Emotional Transformation. What is our second brain? We have a brain up here, and then there's a brain that is part of our greater knowing, our intuition, our vitality, and our power. The second brain is in our stomach area, or our abdominal area. It would be, the base of that would be our sexual organs, our sexual energy. Then our colon, our stomach, our spleen, liver, pancreas, and other body parts in there. And what we call it, our second brain, is our body gives us messages from this portion of our body. And as part of our conscious or unconsciousness. How is it part of our unconsciousness? If we have repressed emotions, where do we store them? Where do we suck them up? We usually put that in our stomach or in our internal organs. In other words, when we have anger or shame or fear or sadness that is overwhelming and we repress it, it usually is stored in our second brain. And it becomes part of our unconscious. And then when we are stimulated in certain situations that are similar to our past, our second brain brings these energies out. And we live in that energy. Now, if we're not aware of this, we respond to our second brain or the energies in our abdominal area in an unconscious way. It affects us without us really knowing it. And we make decisions in our life in response to it. And it's a pretty limited point of view. Or we just don't want to feel any of that below our waist because that's where we have repressed our anger and all the bad feelings we have had in our past. And that's part of our second brain as well. Now, if we can begin to unlock and begin to know what that consciousness is, we can transform it. And when we start to get in tune to those energies, then we start to open up to that intuitive part of us. We start to access a vitality that we didn't know was in our body, more energy, more health. And we access an intuitive power within us. In other words, we create things much easier when we are in touch with the second brain consciousness. And those are some of the benefits. But it's a process of getting to know what's below our heart, what many people try to avoid, when in fact it is one of our greatest assets in creating our life.